official podcast of Overdrive Fitness. My name is Teddy and I'm joined by Gina and Marie Gerzon.
Hello, everybody.
As always, joined by the Destroyer. And missing today in action are Titan and Reginald. This might be the first show we've done without him, without them.
Yeah,
right?
well, it is hot.
One or two, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one, maybe two shows without them, but you know, it's a little too hot for them. So it's about 86 degrees right now in Orangeburg, New York, on this Thursday. I almost said Wednesday. I lost track.
I believe it's written in the fine print in their contract that they don't work over 80 degrees. So, yeah, air conditioning only.
Yeah, anything over 80 degrees is triple pay. So, you know, with the current state of the lockdown, we can only afford so many dog biscuits towards their pay. So, you know what? We cut their hours this week. Yeah, you know, you never want to run into doggy OSHA. That's a serious problem for the canine union. But yeah, so here we are, officially into phase 3, and officially noted that through Governor Cuomo in the state of New York that gyms must remain closed indefinitely and will not be included in phase 4 reopening. Although many gyms were prepared to at least begin opening on July 6th, a lot of them are now extremely pissed off, including ourselves. So yeah, the excuse for those of you that have not heard yet is because the cleanliness of the air conditioning in gyms, you know, that's the issue. So because air conditioning units, I guess, can't be kept clean in only gyms, malls and movie theaters, then
Only those 3 places.
yeah, those 3 types of places must be closed. And under gyms falls dance studios and martial arts studios. So, you know, nothing against tattoo parlors. I mean, I have a tattoo, but you know, they're allowed to be open. Nail salons, hair salons are allowed to be open. I'm pretty sure any types of those places I've ever been to had air conditioning. So I'm not sure how they keep those cleaner than a gym. Our air conditioning is pretty clean. It always has been because we don't have one. So when you don't have one,
we have Mother Nature.
Yeah. When you don't have an air conditioning unit, it can't be dirty. So therefore, it's always clean. Yeah. So that's where we are with that. Pissed off to say the least. I guess I'm beyond rage to the point where I'm facetiously smiling constantly about it because I guess for those of you that are into comics, the level of anger within me is equal to Phoenix from X-Men. So
You can be your own superhero at this point, like literally. Your
I
own
really should
superhero.
be.
The lockdown has brought out your inner superhero. Has it brought it out?
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I really should be a superhero because I have a superhero weakness.
Which is?
Bee stings. Not to be
I almost
confused with
forgot.
bee sting, but bee stings. Yeah, could totally Macaulay Culkin my ass from My Girl.
Damn.
My Girl 1. Clearly, he didn't make it to the sequel, but yeah, no. And as a sidebar, we did find out that I may have been stung enough in my life that it now reversed into a superpower. You know, kind of like Spider-Man getting bit. You know, and all of a sudden he's got spider power. I mean, I've yet to try it, but the stinger hasn't popped out my ass, and I can't fly. But pretty sure I'm confident in my ability to pollinate. What's up?
What?
Hysterical.
We need another show. We need another.
So yeah.
But on a serious note, let's get
serious
back
note.
to that because we're gonna need everybody's help for this.
Yes. So yeah, I guess what we're trying to say is we're asking for everybody's help to reach out to Governor Cuomo, his team, bombard them with emails and phone calls. Do not do anything crazy like, looking up the address to his office in Albany and sending him your own poop and labeling it your COVID-19 self-test. Although it's hysterical, I don't encourage that
At all.
Insert wink here. But anyway, yeah, our voices need to be heard. Your voices need to be heard. It's last I checked, I guess from what I'm hearing from one legal team is that Cuomo does feel that he has the power to do this because the gym community isn't vocal enough and strong enough to where they've ever pushed back. One thing that is working in our favor is that about 24 hours ago, I got a phone call to join a group of equally pissed off gym owners in the state of New York that are looking to put together a class action lawsuit. 24 hours ago, there was around 100 gyms. We were on that list. As of this morning, around like 4 a.m., there were over 200. I think it was like 220 or something, 240. So, yes, that is strength in numbers. And most recently, Michigan was in the same position. 120 gym owners got together, filed a class action lawsuit federally against the state of Michigan, and won. So they were able to open within 2 to 3 weeks. Knowing that we must remain closed indefinitely, 2 to 3 weeks would be amazing. We would definitely welcome that, but obviously as soon as possible is what our wishes are. I think 2 weeks from now would be like right after the 4th of July. So, I don't know. It's ridiculous, to say the least. I'm beginning to run out of things to say because I feel like a broken record at this point as to why we can't be open. But, last I checked, healthy minds and healthy bodies were able to fight off as much as possible. Not saying we can make people invincible, but, it's a lot easier to fight off anything that's looking to harm your body when you are healthy, mentally and physically. So that's all we do. We try to improve people's health, mentally and physically.
Mm-hmm. And exercise does help to alleviate stress. It allows your body to build a tolerance to that stress. So your body doesn't necessarily know good or bad stress. It knows the stress, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, whatever the case. Your body is better able to fight those things off when your immune system is naturally in a better condition. And the research, at least that much, the research does show, and we went over this when I think the lockdown first started, right? That your nutritional habits, your habits in regards to controlling your environment and stress-related issues, exercise is one of those things that will help to kind of pump up, in a sense, stimulate your immune system, right? Mm-hmm. And we need that. It allows your body to produce very healthy chemicals to help fight things off. That's just, it's a given. It's in the research. It's there. It is there.
So in conclusion, 2 very important points. Number 1, we ask that you reach out to Governor Cuomo and his team. Be very vocal about why gyms should be open. And most importantly, number 2, Governor Cuomo clearly doesn't lift. So that's why gyms aren't allowed to be open.
He definitely doesn't lift. Although his brother makes sure that everybody knows that he lifts, even if it's at home or at his desk or whatever. Let us get back to work. Let us give us the opportunity to make some money and actually provide for our families,
So that we don't fall behind on the absurd taxes.
Yeah,
we pay, I think, the amount of taxes that we pay in this county.
To live in a safe environment and
I think it's the top 5
within
in the nation.
Within a good school district, and there was no break. There was no grace period for our taxes to be paid. So, you know, if people don't have jobs and they don't have the money to pay these taxes, then what do we do? How will we provide? How will we feed ourselves? How will we pay our bills? How will we take care of our families? How will we do that when we don't have a business to run? You're not allowing us that opportunity. And if anybody knows, doesn't matter if you're a member of Overdrive, an athlete of Overdrive, in person or online, if you know of someone who family member, a friend who goes to a gym, or at least at one point was going to a gym or a fitness studio or a dance studio or a gymnastics studio or whatever the case, jiu-jitsu, martial arts, anything, tell them to reach out to Governor Cuomo and make a stink about it. This is abuse of power. I don't care what you want to call it. This is absolute abuse of power. There's no other way to put it. You're not allowing us to make money. You're not allowing us to create, give us the opportunity to, this is our livelihood. It doesn't make any sense. And in regards to air conditioning units, you have nail studios. I mean, forgive me, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but you have nail studios who are constantly grinding down on people's nails and their cuticles. That's skin, that's debris going into the air and in an enclosed environment. And we have 23-foot ceilings with huge bay doors and fans blowing the air around, circulating all the time. We work out outside. I mean, how can you say that it's not going to be a sanitary environment? You're not even allowing us the opportunity to make the right choices and keep our members and our athletes safe. You're not even giving us that opportunity. If you want to keep us closed until at least 2021, are you kidding me? The economy is going to tank. No one's going to be able to afford anything. Forget a good life, a life that I was brought up in, of hard, clean, honest work, to be able to provide for my family, whatever that family is for me, to be able to live a happy life, a healthy life, in whatever I feel is best for me, for my husband, for our family, for our dogs, for whatever. You're not giving us that opportunity. We need everybody to take this seriously, regardless if they're Overdrive members and athletes or not. I'm gonna say it again. Everybody needs to get out, speak to those on his staff, email him, call, everything. Make a stink about it, because this is the first of many things that are being done that is very corrupt, very, very corrupt. Is that angry enough for you? No.
You could turn it up a notch. Those are rookie numbers.
Oh man.
Need to pump those up.
Man.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, because and going on sanitary also, everyone that uses anything in here constantly, it gets wiped down immediately. Okay, you go to the grocery store, you look at something you may not want, you put it back on the shelf. You're not wiping it and putting it back. A grocery store, yes, I get, is an essential business, but there is nothing but constant cross-contamination between every single object in that grocery store, between the cart, the basket, the box of cereal you thought you wanted but you put back because it was the wrong one, it wasn't on sale, and everything else that you may have touched and put back.
Mm-hmm.
Constant cross-contamination. But, you know, the gym can't open because the AC that we don't have is dirty, and, you know, I guess maybe we're not trusted enough to wipe down our own shit.
You're pulling stuff out of the air. Like, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
What about every flu season that's gone on that every gym has been a part of, or every enclosed environment has been a part of, that the ACs were still circulating, or the heat was still on, and it's like, you know, school still had to go on, businesses were still being run, restaurants. So you're telling me too, even at 25% capacity, the air conditioning that's being run in the restaurants, but those people can be in the restaurants? You can't tell me. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Yep. A joke. It's a freaking joke. But
I had something else I wanted to say and now I can't remember.
I mean, you can, regardless of being on a podcast or not, you never have to stop saying how much you love me, so. And how awesome I am. like best husband ever.
What's the gift? We need people to contact their local representative. So that's another thing. So liquor stores were an essential business throughout this whole lockdown. So people can become alcoholics. They can drink more. They can put on weight. They can become pre-diabetic. They can damage their livers. That's all good. But we're not allowed to train people. We're not allowed to give them the gift of health and fitness. We're not allowed to, you're not giving us that opportunity to impact somebody's life, allow somebody to be a better version of themselves with health and fitness. We're not allowed to train our athletes that have lost seasons and scholarships because of COVID and the lockdown. They can get depressed at home and eat and put on weight and go crazy, but liquor stores can still be open. So tell me what sense is made of that. So I'd like somebody to explain that to me. I'd like Governor Cuomo to explain that to me.
Get him on the pod.
Say again?
Have him on the show.
Yeah, we should have him on the show.
Don't make me come down there. Don't make me come down there. Like I'm so tired of it.
I would be happy to have him on this show in such close proximity to the Tappan Zee High School and the Tappan Zee Bridge.
I think everybody's fed up with him. So fed up with him. And he's... We're getting into politics now.
Yeah, let's not get political.
Sorry.
Shift directions. On a brighter note, we are...
Flex?
Yeah. It is
I'm
actually...
gonna have Desi flex.
It's in line with that. We are officially granted to be distributors of Prestige Labs. So, from this point on, Prestige Labs is the official supplement company, and that we will be representing, and will be selling their products out of Overdrive Fitness, whether it be in person or online. In person when we're allowed to open. But one thing that we did over the lockdown was we learned about this company, and we are very thrilled to be a part of their team because when it comes to anything that we do here, we always want to be able to deliver the highest quality of service, and this company, Prestige Labs, delivers quite possibly the highest quality of products on the supplement market. So it's easy to say like, oh, this company, that company, it's no bullshit, blah blah blah, but no, it was the company's founded by the youngest PhD ever. This dude, Dr. Trevor Cashy, got his PhD at 20 years old. He graduated high school at 16, has bachelor's at 18, PhD at 20. He's a straight up Doogie Howser, but he's a bro.
Yeah, serious bro.
Like a gym bro.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, why he created this company, it was, he works with a lot of Olympic and professional athletes, was tired of not being able to find any supplements that could safely help any of his athletes. So he's like, screw it, I'm creating my own. And we are thrilled to be distributing their products. Unlike other companies, you actually need to be educated and certified in order to sell Prestige Labs products. So, we couldn't just say like, oh yeah, we want to do this. We actually had to take a course and learn about everything as to why certain formulas were created, certain blends were put together, and the purpose behind every single supplement. Because, you think about it, if you have a health issue, you go to your doctor knows everything about you, your medical history, what you need to get done to your body so that you can become healthier, and then they prescribe you a drug if you need it to get you to that from point A to point B. All right. The same thing should apply to supplements. If you come to us, we're training you. We know what needs to be done to get you from point A to point B. We're going to point you in that direction with the highest quality supplements, as opposed to you going down the road to GNC or Vitamin Shop and you get completely upsold by someone that doesn't know you except for the fact that you walked in through their doors, and they're just trying to upsell you in something that you most likely don't even need. So I know I'm extremely excited about it.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
because this is I preach a lot of this stuff when I'm with my nutrition clients. I mean, it's just one of my I don't want to call. I get excited about it because I'm constantly learning about the supplements, and I'm constantly reading and studying, and it's always been something that's fascinated me. So it's nice to be able to feel confident in a lot and everything that he's created, because the quality is there. What's the word I'm looking for? The passion behind the product is there, because you can hear it in his voice and you can see it when he talks about it. I know he's put in the work, and I know that if the caliber of athlete is confident in taking all of these supplements, and the product is doing what it's supposed to do, then I'm in. Like I feel good about it. I feel really good about it. And there's a lot of research on these supplements in general. Just even each standard supplement, each ingredient. Naturopathic doctors are talking about it. Homeopathic doctors, nutritionists, dietitians. A lot of these natural supplements are supplements that you would find more just out and about, not needing a prescription. You just natural things that are good for your body, and you can take on a daily basis, as long as you have no other medical issues, and you're comfortable and your doctor is comfortable with it. Then yes, I'm in.
Let's put it this way: the quality is so high that in conjunction with our training and nutrition coaching, we can guarantee you results. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's as strong a statement as you can get as to how confident we are in the ability of these products.
I mean, doesn't Dr. Kashi guarantee that?
Yeah.
Because he's so confident in what he's produced.
Absolutely.
And that's a big time selling point if he can confidently place that behind his product.
I apologize for my shaker making so much noise on the microphone.
I've been very good, by the way, if you noticed.
Yeah, I'm the noisy one today.
You're very noisy. I know. Desi's not.
Was I noisy last night? Was I snoring too?
I don't know. I was exhausted.
I feel like
I was out. I felt like a zombie last night.
Yeah.
I don't even think I was awake when you came to bed.
No, you were definitely.
Was
not.
I snoring?
No, you weren't. Before we wrap this up, I apologize. First of all, I forgot to bring a whiskey for this week's whiskey tasting segment, but we cannot wrap this podcast up without our weekly update from Destroyer on the improvement and quality of his jump shot, as well as mileage covered in the last week.
It's been a little too hot for me to justify working on the jump shot with any regularity this week. Since I've been running, I want to only really get outside and work really hard, like once a day. It's as much as I can handle. So far, since it's middle of the week, I've done 6 miles every day up to now. So
That's great, Desi.
Nice.
Did my first shirtless run. I didn't want to be that guy, but it was like 90 degrees the other day.
Woo!
And I was like, look, I'm a hunk. I gotta just do this.
Seriously?
Did you break out into McConaughey voice?
Yeah.
And
Just running around with wild turkey
I
and surfboard.
Actually, I heard that you ran shirtless in full McConaughey mode, because somebody told me that your course that you mapped out around Nanuet was actually only right turns. All right.
Yeah.
Got a lot of lawbreakers in here.
Nice.
Yeah, so use the heat to my advantage.
Did you get any cat calls, Desi?
No, but
No?
there were a lot of cars out, so I think people heard about it somehow.
Yeah. Well,
I don't. Maybe they were just social distancing cat calls.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't hear it, but
Windows up
the
cat
masks
calling.
were still
Yeah.
on, windows were still up, so it was kind of like multiple silent cat calls.
well,
Yeah.
I think it's safe to assume that he definitely stopped traffic.
I would say so. I would agree with you.
Yeah, if we need to check the numbers to see if traffic accidents
See, that's
went
where
up.
you need to wear a cam, right? You need a GoPro.
Yeah.
GoPro.
That should be a weekly podcast segment that the video cuts into. Destroyer runs Nanuet.
Woo!
I was gonna say that you should add me to like the online training, and I'll just run with like a GoPro or like a camera on like a fishing pole.
There we go.
And live stream, and people can do it with me.
Yeah. Scenic.
Sold.
Scenic.
There you go.
Today's gonna be a hilly run, guys.
Yeah.
Not a green screen. This is real life. I'm with it.
Awesome.
I know NBA is supposedly definitely coming back, but with the spike in cases in Florida, that may be in jeopardy now. But we do know that if the Brooklyn Nets are listening, Destroyer is ready.
They just released a couple
ready for his
players.
first contract in the NBA. Just saying. Kid's got stamina.
I'm all in.
And he's automatic at the free throw line.
I'm probably as tall as like Spud Webb or Muggsy Bogues.
Spud Webb was 5'7". So,
Yeah.
I think you're set.
Yeah, I'm good.
Should we even mention anything about Jason?
No.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Who saw him in a video game though?
Oh, so one of our athletes said they saw Jason Vossler on in MLB The Show. Yeah, he's got a player card on there.
Nice.
Now, if anybody were to look it up and you don't know Jason, it looks nothing like Jason. So, but how often can you say in your life that you know someone on 1 degree that they're in a video game, a sports video game? So that's pretty dope.
Yeah, all the listeners should go in and just like bump up all his stats so he's like the best player in the game.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, all right.
Oh yeah.
So on top of reaching out to Cuomo, go into the show and bump up Vossler's stats in the show.
Put it on your reminders on your phone, guys, or post-it note or whatever. Number 1 priority.
Yeah.
MLB
Annoy
The
the
Show.
shit out of Cuomo and get
Oh, that's it.
the gyms open, like yesterday. And then number 2, go on to Jason Vossler, writes the stats and
Yeah.
bump that shit up.
Yeah.
That'd be number 1 and number 2 in that order.
Yeah. Very equivalent importance levels.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, we'll have Desi on the GoPro. You guys might be running with Desi. Seriously.
Destroyer.
Destroyer. I'm sorry. We got that relationship. I can call him Desi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody else is allowed to.
I know that.
Trying to think if there was anything else that was important that we need to let everybody know of.
To annoy the shit out of Cuomo and
Yeah.
get the gyms open.
Oh yeah, that's that way.
Like, it's serious.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're laughing, but it's not funny.
So yeah, that's it. That about wraps it up.
Okay.
Anything else to add, Destroyer?
I think we're good.
We didn't mention that we're filming this and recording this right after a virtual charity workout because this is being recorded on a Thursday. But always make sure to tune in on Saturdays to Overdrive Fitness at facebook.com. So facebook.com/Overdrive Fitness to bring your friends and family for a free virtual charity workout in which we raise money for a great cause.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time change for that this Saturday though, right? We're doing 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. instead of noon. It's been extremely hot, so being that our air conditioning unit that is actually clean is also broken. It's very hot at noon now in our gym where we film the live stream. So the live stream going forward for the short future at least will be at 8 a.m. So make sure to tune in. On that note, I guess also stay tuned for any news regarding Overdrive Fitness bucket hats because apparently as of yesterday those have become they're now in high demand. So those need to be designed.
Is that what Aiden was wearing yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's make it happen.
Yeah.
I guess if we're gonna do that, we might as well
we need Desi as the cover photo for that.
shirtless.
Model.
Shirtless, running.
Yeah.
But seriously.
Just the hat.
Now you're pushing it. Now we're gonna have to write that into his contract too.
Well, we have to have multiple shots for his calendar.
Woo!
Yeah. That's gonna sell.
You know, we have a good background for it. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week, and see you at the virtual charity workout.
Saturday.
Peace.